welcome back, boys.
Welcome back.
Hey, how are you?
Back.
How we
Hey,
doing?
what a week.
What a week.
How are we?
Brendan,
How are we?
Yeah, I know
Anthony,
we're ready.
Chef
We're ready.
Wow, what a week. What an ugly week, but
Some
like
shit went
suspended
down,
play, bad weather.
It's kind of been the theme of the season so far.
Honestly,
I mean,
hasn't it? Right? It's really been
Luck of
that
the
way.
Irish.
And
It's shaking shit up.
it is, and it's messing with the win column because you have to think in a regular tournament, right? You got guys, they're gonna do well, do whatever, but when the weather's bad, it's kind of anybody's game. It takes away like the advantages that are normally there that exist. It kind of puts everybody back more to a level playing field where it's kind of anybody's game. So we're seeing, like Brendan's point, a lot of these new different names, not also because of the live splinter, also because the talent pool shifted a little, but at the same time, this as well, the weather's been affecting some of these tournaments. So, talk about it, On that note, welcome to Good Lives
let's
Golf before I
talk about
forget.
Let's talk about it. I'm literally ready to get this started off from Shane Lowry.
Yeah, you
Wow,
got
so
some,
yeah,
I
Chef
brought the
Petty,
Guinness on deck.
some
It's
business.
only
shit
Shane
fair.
Lowry, he's standing on business right
business.
now. Top 20. So
We're
Chef,
gonna let it settle. We're gonna let it settle in the pint glass first, and then we're gonna give it out the.
There we go.
Chef Ant about to chug a Guinness out
Let it
of
breathe
a
a little
real
bit.
Yeah, I'm not even a Guinness guy, but hey,
But you're a man of your word.
man of my word.
Look at that. Show him the color of the beer, man. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's
It's outstanding.
just a chocolate morsel.
Good
What a
old
beautiful
chocolate malt,
color.
little
What a
stout.
beautiful color.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at the head on
just-
that thing.
Oh, that's what she said,
But yeah, I'll give that a minute, and then we're gonna get right to business.
Yes, we're gonna let that Guinness settle.
Yeah.
But man, what a week. I mean, come on. Another new guy, a new face, his 50th start, and he wins.
Hey,
It's interesting. It's interesting times right now because there's a lot of people out there saying that golf is boring and, it's because the talent pool's been, split. And yes, 100%.
Taylor Dude.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. But
I'm not gonna say no names.
but they're
Taylor
upset
Gooch.
about, these younger guys or, these more no-name guys, so to speak, winning. At the same time, I mean, these are guys that we were probably picking as sleepers last year and the year before. They're
sure.
coming up, and we know they're good players. So
Yeah,
I just don't want to, diminish what these guys are doing. They're still playing great golf.
people are acting like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is out there winning these these majors, these events. It's not like that. These are great golfers, man. You got to put your hats off to them.
True.
There's still great, there's still great PGA players that are playing in these tournaments that are not beating these guys. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hear what they're saying. I totally agree with what they're saying. Yes, it would be better if, we had all the best players playing against each other. But at the same time, these guys are playing good golf.
That's what the majors are for, though.
Cut some respect. Yeah.
Oh, and I
determine the boys from the girls.
We're gearing up, boys.
Our first, I mean, then we have a little dicey one though.
This week,
right?
We'll get there, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is gonna separate. I was gonna say this is like the big guns. You can tell already.
This is a big gun field. Yeah, coming up this week into the Arnold Palmer. Wow. But
it's awesome.
And that's a legendary tournament, another signature tour event. I mean, we can talk about it. There's not much to recap from last week. I mean, it was a choppy weekend. Shout out to Austin, dude.
What about Big Dick Ricky?
Yeah, hey, dude, Ricky Fowler made a little comeback. He started off really bad too, which he started off bad, which I was surprised.
He felt bad for
you. He had to give you a little something back. Yeah,
God damn it, this guy picked me. I gotta.
He's like plus 10,000 this week. So if you want Ricky for discount bargain bin prices, it's this week.
Dude. But hey, shout out to Jake.
Let's get this.
So Chef Petty's about to chug this Guinness right out of the shoe.
What kind of shoe we got? What are we working with here?
That's a Yeezus.
This might be a bootleg Yeezus pony.
Oh, he's going for it. To Lowry.
To Shane Lowry, baby. Shout out to Ireland.
Big man. Hey, we love you, man.
Wow. Sure.
Wow.
Hey, man of his word.
Seamus Powers.
Put it down.
I do too if I had to, but I'm not.
You don't have to. You only said one.
He's a man of his word.
Shout out to him, actually, man. What are the? I thought he might have taken it for a second, but I still had him top 20.
Did you double up on him to take it once he was getting close?
And I got juicy. I put a little on him to take it too.
I knew it.
That's all right. That's all right.
I knew it.
Back at
I knew you
point
couldn't
with
resist.
another attorney.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was a good run.
He's a good player, dude.
Good for him.
Good player. Hey, there's some other guys that played well. I got to shout out Jake Knapp.
Oh boy.
Dude, he came back and on a totally different style course, which is pretty cool to see. So I mean, this guy can play some golf.
You could tell by when Rory was getting the interviews with him, guy's the real deal. You could just tell with Rory's demeanor. He's like he's a whole package.
He's no bullshit.
Yeah, he is.
He's no bullshit. He's like a Cam Smith. He's kind of got that edge to him.
But he's got the strength too with that ball speed and the distance and the driver. It's like, and then I like that he's playing with the two drivers, the mini driver. That might be something I got to start looking into because I was like, man, this dude's over here. He's got it going on. He's got a lot going on.
I'm just gonna start doing driver off the deck.
Driver off the deck, yeah.
DOD.
Maybe we just drop the tee down a little bit,
DOD.
You see everybody doing it now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that brings us, shout out to that tournament that weekend. But this brings us into this week. We got little Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer
this week. I mean, that's a big week, man. I mean,
there we are. Okay.
In the same week, but at the same time, I'm sure you guys have gotten out there maybe for a little golf, little driving range, something or other. But this is the week we're carrying into. So now it's like springtime, right? We're getting that air. Everybody's thinking about the Arnold Palmer. Everybody's thinking about actually going out to play some
Christina.
Golf. It's getting nice out there.
What are you, deaf?
Scotty's coming back. Scotty's reappearing now. This is good. This is great. Him and Rory.
Did you get out there, B?
Did I did.
Where'd you play?
Actually, I had 3 days of some type of golf in some way. So I hit the range.
Dude's bragging right now. Dude's really trying to. He's kicking us while we're down.
What I am. I'm excited, man. Like
it's raining like hell.
You guys were saying it's starting to heat up. Springtime's coming. Man, we took advantage of a few nice days out here in Cincy. Got out with the pops out to Oasis, hit the driving range for like an hour and a half. Never hit the ball so good in my life. Like I was on such a fucking high. Like
clean.
I literally said to him at some point, I was like, man, I feel like this year's gonna be like different. Like I'm hitting the ball well. And then I went out with my boy Cody to Legendary Run last minute, got like a 150, something tee time on Saturday. Actually, excuse me, Sunday. The dudes that we got paired up with ended up no showing. So like just he and I went out, man. We just chilled, enjoyed the day. It was like almost 70 degrees. Oh man, it was a beautiful, beautiful day.
Everything happens for a reason.
All that work I did on the range, just bam, immediately went to shit. I hit a nice drive left side of the fairway, like just a couple of feet off the fairway, shank, and then bam, I hit back fringe, and then I knocked down a putt for par. I'm like, oh my God. But that was my whole day, was just like I could not strike a ball with an iron, and somehow I would scramble for like a nice bogey and then like double bogeys here and there. And it was the worst round I've struck the ball in so long, but somehow I like still, I mean, I salvaged some holes, but it was
brutal.
Pissed.
I wasted all the good shots at the driving range. Oh my
It was really frustrating. More frustrating than like, the last few rounds, just because like the last few rounds, I actually struck the ball well. I just couldn't like make putts or, like whatever, just little things here and there. But I felt good about the game I played.
Yeah.
And this week it was just like I hit some nice like little cool shots here and there, but like they never mattered. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh,
that's my entire golf.
And you're like, exactly.
Yeah.
That's like sometimes you have a whole day with terrible lies too. Like every lie you get, you're like, this has got to be joking. Like,
the worse you are, the worse lies you usually get, and then you got to fight through adversity all day.
I found every sprinkler hole in this course.
Wait, I get a 4-club lie for that, right?
One thing I'll say though is I've played 2 rounds now with Cody. He is looking good this year, man. I'm pretty sure he went at Stone like 78, and then last week Legendary went 76.
Wow,
and
guys playing some golf.
He had like multiple bird lip out putts. he hit the flag stick on a par 5 on a second shot, which ended up ricocheting and took him off the green. But like, still, like he was fucking dialed, bro.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
So even
Cody
though I was
Doug,
playing,
dude, shout out.
shout out, man. Even though I was playing like shit, like when you're playing with a guy that's just hitting nice shots and like actually playing golf, unlike
playing
you,
well,
it's fun, man. It's fun.
Man,
No, it's great to
that's
see
tough.
out there. And
Yeah.
and you forget how cherished you are when you can play with somebody like that, because not everybody gets to play with somebody like that that's super good, that can make shots and shape shots, because that's what kind of inspires you to get better as a golfer. You're like, damn,
that you gotta have like that.
I can do this. Like,
the
what's he doing?
nerves have to be like that. Yeah, you have to feel that. You have to, bro. Like, you got to feel that type of like competition or urge of wanting to like up your game. Yeah. And if it's like, you can't be out there just shooting the shit every single time. You get it here and there, but man, like for the most part, the competitive edge in you, that's when you're like, I'd rather play with people better than me all the time, even if I'm losing. And then I go play with my other friends, and it's like, it's night and day difference. You know what I mean? It's like, they know so much, and the info, the intel they give you while you're playing. It's like, I'll lose a round, but what I just took from today, it's like, now I'm gonna bust my friends next week. Yeah.
That's all it takes is one little thing, one tweak.
Yep.
Like Brendan said, it's always something, right? Like you work on something to perfection, you think it's great, you think you're flowing, and then pop, the hole comes out, the duct tape falls off, and then another thing starts coming out, and then you plug that hole, and then boom, another hole pops out. It's just how golf works.
And people get nervous. So sometimes people get nervous, or they're like so competitive where they don't like to be losing or behind, and then that's it. It just like, it's like a roller coaster, snowball effect. It's like, man, I've had people where I'm like, there's no way I'm going down. They get a lead on you, and then it's like, there's no way this is happening. And then it's like, you get in your own head, and that's when golf is totally a different game. Then that's when the mental.
I honestly think
that's why I love it. It's so tough.
If most golfers, like when they were having a bad round, if they would just stop for a second and like just not overthink,
not even
or stop
around.
being mad,
one hole,
whatever. Right, one hole. That's what I'm saying. Just stop, like, and just think about it. Like, it would reset everybody. But we're so in our minds about, why can't we hit this little tiny white ball there? Like, if there's no one blocking us, there's no one in the way, we can't hit it there. And it infuriates the greatest of men and women who are like sitting there like thinking they're the greatest person, and then you just can't get that ball there, no matter how athletic, no matter how smart, no matter how gifted you are. Can't get that ball there, and it pisses people off. And it's natural. You can't help it, and it's infuriating.
Same time tomorrow,
right? But it's like right into your veins. The second you do a good shot, it rolls on the green. You hear that noise of it hitting the fucking green firm, and you're like, I'm in. All right, what do you got tomorrow? I'll shoot a 107. What do you got?
Oh, dude,
I'm out.
That shit happened to me during that round. I could not hit the ball at all, and then boom, 18th hole, it's basically pitch black. Hit a decent drive, put on a par 5, miss the eagle putt by like 6 inches, tap in birdie. Like, I couldn't play that hole.
Same time tomorrow.
I'm like, fucking A, dude.
That's
like,
the difference between
it was
me
such
and you.
a frustrating round, and
I'm pulling out my phone light. We're gonna keep this going, boys. I'm like, I only get a short window when I'm playing this.
Anthony's trying to juice that for all it's worth.
And I don't care.
Hey, you want to push? Go next hole, 3 holes.
The thing I will say that was encouraging about that round, though, is back-to-back weeks I shot the exact same score. The first week I struck the ball really well. I just didn't make putts. The greens were bumpy and it was tough to knock down putts. That being said, the very next round, I could not hit the ball worse, but I found ways to kind of like
make up for it.
Yeah, make up for it in a way. 94 is not ideal. I'd love to be like a bad round mid 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. World's smallest violin.
Right. Exactly. But the thing I loved about that round, beyond just like hitting the ball and playing golf, was like the caddy aspect of it, because it was just Cody and I out there. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have guys that were like pushing us behind us. There was a foursome both sides, and it was just the two of us in the middle. So we were just taking it from them. All 8 of them were just giving it to us, just the 2 of us. And no, it was just sick. It was sick. It's just like how I mentioned Cody drilled that flag stick. Well, like he, kind of confided in me and asked me like what he wanted, with his club selection and talking about the win and all that. And he ends up hitting the perfect shot, the exact shot we talked about, and bam, hits the flag stick from like 215, and it was just
7-iron, huh? You're
fun,
fired,
man. Yeah.
He gave you the exact opposite. 7-iron, huh? You're hired. Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything
so
better
fun,
than hitting the flag stick and dropping in. Like when I did that with you and Montauk, Brendan, and when I hit that flag stick and dropped that shot in, there's nothing better.
Man, that's a dunk right there.
I don't remember that happening at all. Honestly, I don't think that happened, people.
I'm
just fucking with you, bro.
Okay.
No,
I see
you
what
did.
time it is.
You had some nasty shots. And
we're doing that tonight.
We're doing. Okay. We're doing that in the bullshit book.
All right.
Which chapter is that? Maybe.
Hey, I will say that happened. He also knocked down like a fucking 47-yard Texas wedge.
The putts, bro.
So,
I'm telling you.
There
I just do it. Speaking of Texas wedge, that's a great segue into this week, into the
that guy's from New Hampshire, I'm pretty sure.
Arnold Palmer's Invitational.
Live free or die state. Sherman knows all about that.
Yeah, me too.
Sam Burns. Sam Burns.
Baby.
Let me tell you a little bit about Sam Burns this year if you guys haven't been paying attention. I think Sam Burns is the sleeper of the PGA Tour this year. Call me crazy.
Not really a sleeper, though.
No, he's not really sleep, but I'm not saying, but he's been overlooked. And I like a guy like Minwoo Lee, right? He's also sleeper this year, but he's been chatted about. So he's not as sleep because he's been getting a lot of press and hyped and highlights. But a guy that's not getting a lot of hype is Sam Burns. And let me tell you about Sam Burns, guys. Sam Burns has absolutely dominated this year. T6 in the American Express, 10th at the AT&T, 3rd at Waste Management, and 10th at the Genesis. All those scores are in tournaments with major fields, big guys. Not
sounds
little
like Xander
tiny
type
fish,
finishes there.
Not little tiny fucking guys. These are big tournaments.
These are competitive fields.
And the kid's bringing heat, man. And I'm telling you, Sam Burns is on a tear, and this is the official warning sign. I'm saying it right now. I'm talking majors. He's competing. I'm talking tournaments from here on out, like how Scotty was 2 years ago. Like, I think this is for real. Like, I think
Sam Burns is like Scotty's number 2 to me. I feel like
I think
those
he's
boys are
going to be on
they
it,
always
man.
neck and neck pushing each other. So I feel like he always should be up there with Scotty too.
He's such an underdog this week too.
Yeah.
He's an underdog. Like, look at Sam Burns. I'm telling you, he's the guy. Like, that's your like underdog for the week. Not underdog. Like, he's great golfer, talented as shit, playing lights out, but
mid dog.
No,
above mid dog.
I'm telling you, man. I
What
don't know.
He's not. He's the overdog.
I think he was like plus 6,000 or some shit. Like, he was
really
up there.
Oh, I didn't know it was that high.
I think something like that, man.
He can
there's a couple guys.
If his putt, like if he's feeling his putter, he's one of those guys that can just light it up, go super low one day for sure.
That's what I mean. He can just go low, light it up, and he can be super accurate.
Or win a couple tournaments off, Texas wedges.
Yeah.
I just think he's got game like that. And if he's competing in these competitive fields and he's coming in these consistent places, he's doing something right. Like that's a big deal. And I think it'd be fun this week before we get into like, who we want to win or whatever. Just so we know, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is where we're going. And it's 7,466 yards, par 72.
A lot of miles.
Bermuda grass. Yeah, it's an old course. It's an older course from the 60s.
It is.
Dick Wilson, Joe Lee, and designed. And Kurt Kitayama
last year
won last year.
Putter was working for him.
Could win this year, man. He's got game, and it could happen. He hasn't been like crazy playing well, but I think he could make something happen if you've won somewhere before.
Yeah,
he's the one of those type of golfers though. Like he could miss 3 cuts in a row, and then all of a sudden he's top 10.
Exactly,
making a run after it.
To me, like streaky, like you say too, man. That's like a hit or miss. Like instead of somebody like Xander or like Colin, to like be in the top 20 or something like that. That's like a safe bet. It's like it's all or none with him. He could be the top 10 or bottom of the barrel. It's like something went wrong. It's like it's there's no gray area really.
Let's talk about it then. Let's bring in a little. Let's bring in a segment.
Lottery ticket. It either hits or doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Let's bring in a little. Let's bring in a new segment. Let's bring in a little.
Who we got?
Fades. Let's do a fade or favorite, right? Fade or favorite.
Name them.
I'm going to give you the guys that are top 5 ranked right now in the odds, and you're going to tell me fade or favorite, right? Number 1, obviously, our guy Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, bro, they're all. I think I'm taking them all.
You're taking them all? Okay, so Petty's taking them all. He's taking Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Victor Hovland, Xander, and Patrick Cantlay.
They all placed top 10 last year.
Nobody's fading. Any one of them.
Not one of them.
Wow.
I will say of those, I'll fade Victor.
Victor?
Wow.
I like him. I think he's a better golfer than some of them, but it's more just a
man. That's just what's so crazy is I was literally trying to hold it in and save it, but man, you already now I got to defend it, man. That's my guy for the whole tournament. That's what. So now I'm like I have to jump in and say it because now he's like if there's one guy I'm gonna man.
Yeah.
And to me, every time I try to go against him, sometimes even in 3 balls, whatever, he always shows. I lost to him so many times that I'm tired of betting against him. And it's like Scotty to me, it's like he's more of a hit or miss consistent wise, but it's like if Hovland starts out on fire, he's gonna finish on fire. It's like Scotty could have a great day, the next day drop down 40s, next thing he go lower, and it's like he feels like if he can't win it all, I think he kind of just stops mid tournament and just like it is what it is. You know, some people fight all the way through. It's like I don't think he needs it that bad sometimes. If he starts falling, you know, Hovland have like he stays consistent, top 20 like almost all the time. That's why I'm thinking he's going to be great.
Wow. So no fade on the list from Petty. He thinks Victor Hovland's going to win whole thing, gangster. And then Brendan, what are your thoughts? No fades. Besides Victor?
He said Hovland. Yeah.
I mean, I said if I'm going to.
That's
pick
it.
one,
all right, just Victor.
Yeah, but you know, I totally hear what you're saying on Scheffler. The only thing is he still hasn't been putting well, hasn't figured that out, and he's still churning out like, you know, top 15, top 10, top 5s. So I don't know. I just feel like if his putter is even like average, it should be an automatic top 10. But
iron play alone,
right? His tee to green is just that good.
Exactly.
But to your point, you know, maybe he has a whole tournament of just really bad putter, loses 4 or 5 strokes to the field on the putting green, then he probably ends up top 20 or something. Like that. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I like the guys in the top. I want
to hear your sleepers, man. Give us the Jake Naps of the list.
Well,
man, dig deep for the
He just said, he said he likes Zalatoris. That's a pretty deep pocket pick. And he's paired with Min-Woo Lee, so the hype is going to be on. So I think that's going to be a big thing this week. You're going to see a lot of camaraderie between those two.
And those are guys. So those are guys I'm looking at too.
I'm like sprinkling right now. Whoever you say, so I'm writing this down myself live.
It's also just like on DraftKings, the field is so stacked. So like when you're looking at it, you can get guys in like the 7K range, the 8K range. That is typically like, you know, not guys that you would really be looking at. I mean, there's guys down there that are always contending. Willie Z, Adam Scott, Pavon is still, you know, less than 8K. He's won already on tour this year, and he's been playing great. Had a lot of top 10s. Cam Young, dude, I feel like he's not getting talked about. He just had a great tournament.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Yeah.
And then Ludwig. He hasn't played here, doesn't have that course history, but it's a
course. Once I saw Ludwig's name at the top with you, to me, that was like an automatic fade because I'm like, this dude is too streaky, man.
See, I'm going more comfortable.
But that's why I feel like one of these weeks this year, he wins.
I just think Rory, Scotty, Spieth, Hovland, all those boys are going to be on the leaderboard the entire tournament. And I mean, good luck to everybody else, but this is like you said, this is like the boys separating the men. You know, this is
if If you want to get some real value, like guys that are at the bottom that are being undervalued, in my opinion, Brian Harmon, he's very highly undervalued if you're looking for a value play. He can always turn it on. Ricky Fowler is highly undervalued for this tournament.
Love Fowler.
No, but I don't know why. He just had a great finish. Well, no, he's had a great finish, and he's had a couple great finishes this year. And
I love that you love Ricky,
and they're fading him, basically. They're fading him. And then you know who's the biggest disrespect? Biggest fade from the Vegas odds out of the whole line. Grayson Murray, who, might I add, won the Sony in 2024. He just won a tournament not 2 months ago, and he is dead second to last on the finishing list odds. So if you want to win big money and would pick a guy who's already won it this year and maybe has just had a couple off rebound games or tournaments because of it, Grayson Murray's your guy to cash out big this week. And while we're talking about cashing out big, I'll talk about the guy who's dead last, the amateur coming in, David Ford. Dude's a Tar Heel, coming in kind of random. He has played before at the Barbasol, and he came in 50th, tied for 50-somethings. So he's played, and, you know, he's got some history. He won the Arnold Palmer Cup, and he wants to be kind of the Arnold Palmer guy. I don't know, man. Channel some energy there. That's
have a little Dunlap scenario here.
Well, dude, you're talking bottom of the list here. I mean, they're dogging Grayson Murray, in my opinion. That's kind of fucked up. Like, the guy won a tournament, and he's now dead second to last to win. It's kind of fucked up, in my opinion. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm excited about Minwoo Lee and Will Zally doing that. Matsuyama could have a good showing here. But when I talk about my winner, the guy I'm picking to win, close out my shit, I'm going with Mr. Malbon, dude, Jason Day.
Ooh.
I'm going Jason Day. He's won it before, and I think his energy lately has been on point. He's playing on point. I think he's just, you know, got the refreshed, revived feeling from just wearing the Malbon fits, just looking fly as fuck, just out there schwapping them. And I think he's going to play really well. I think he's going to win it. There's my random call.
I like to hear that. I like
Jason Day.
I like that. I'll go with kind of a sleeper comparatively to, you know, the guys in the top tier. I like Cam Young this week, man. I feel like he's a little under the radar. He played great last week, like I said. He's played well here. I think he's got back-to-back top 15s here, and he just had a fourth last week. Great driver of the ball. He's accurate and he's long. He's a good iron player. He's fairly decent putter. His lacking section there is kind of the around the green play, but I don't know. I feel like this is a long iron course, so you're looking for guys that hit that ball.
Someone you guys didn't mention either. I'm thinking I totally almost forgot about. What about Patrick Cantlay? He's going to be in the field this week.
Well, he's the top 5. He's in that top 5 betting we were talking about.
For me, that's going to have to.
You're safe with any of those guys.
That's going to be my top 20 for.
Ooh, I think he's the one. That's going to be top 20 lock for the week.
I started thinking about all these top dogs. I'm like Scotty Holland. I'm like
Patrick Cantlay is your top 20 lock.
Dude's a solid.
Joe LaCava on the bag.
I mean, I might put the car. I mean, the house. You don't want to be without a house listening to me.
So put the car on it, not the whole house. This week. Put the car on it. Price is right.
That background is all just, that's virtual anyways.
All virtual, baby.
You're actually just
those twinkle lights aren't cheap, bro. You kidding me? Those are Louis Vuitton twinkle lights.
Yeah, these are clap on watch. No, I was kidding.
That'd be dope. That would have been real dope.
Look at you.
Don't fuck with me, dude. I got special effects.
I can tell. I was waiting for you to throw some Irish music on when I did that boot, man. Hype me up.
We gotta edit that in.
Yeah. Lowry, man. Shout out to that guy again, man. What a good week, dude.
Yeah.
He's getting ready too. He's looking forward to stuff coming up in the future too. Once he gets going too, man. Don't sleep on Sherman. Out there.
And hey, shout out to the Liv guys, man. I mean, Liv's been active
Neiman's
too.
One of my top three players of all time. So it's
he's balling out.
I see him.
Sherm, you can attest. I called him last year as like a sleeper for the Masters, and he played pretty well. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call him again. I think he's gonna contend.
Him and Mito, man, both of those guys
this year.
Great.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah. I think he's going to contend this year for the Masters for sure. He's got that kind of game for that course.
Dude, his ball shaping,
is
solid,
unbelievable.
Yeah. He's a great golfer. Yeah. I was
think
I was
that's
gonna
really
say, man, I don't want
dangerous.
to cross paths with the lid, but I was like, yeah, you got to give some respect to him. He's been golfing, man.
No, we
Yeah,
cross paths into Live.
I've
We
been,
like
I've
yeah.
been,
Live.
I've been
We're
watching
doing
that
that,
shit.
and we've been
Yeah.
watching it, and we've been trying to pick up a little more of it. We want to pick up some ladies PGA. I'm trying to pick up a little more everything, man. We're trying to
Get the
pick up a
diverse
little
up,
everything, you know?
Yeah.
Picking up all the
This-
things. Long
great golf is
drive.
great golf. Great golf is great golf.
Long
man.
drive I can't watch just because it pisses me off because I wish I could drive. So like it's just like makes me jealous too much. Like I can't watch
me
long
hurt.
drivers. I'm like,
I don't get jealous at all. I just think of, man,
I
these
get
guys
jealous.
their backs are shot. You're done. Like you're doing that for like a limited amount of time. Like you're gonna need L6, 7, 8, 12, all that replaced within 2 years. You're done, dude. Like for these little
Anthony is a
trophies,
medical doctor. He knows this.
man. I feel like my back hurts watching those guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Serious. Wow. Wow.
Dude, yeah, I need back surgery just watching them.
You got any plans to play this week? Any of you guys? Anybody's getting out there?
Oh, well, it's just been crap weather this whole week out here, like temperature wise and rain and shit. The only decent day that it looks like out here might be Friday or Saturday, but
This weekend?
we'll see.
I was gonna say, I don't know when the next time we're gonna get any sunlight is, man. He's over here golfing. I'm getting a little jealous, man.
Yeah, look at this. The guys in Ohio, it's supposed to be even colder and crappier there, but it's somehow nicer than here, and we're the ones getting beat. I don't get it.
Hey, it's worked out for us for sure, but yeah, I mean the tides are turning a little bit here. It looks like we're probably averaging around 65 for the next 12 days. So,
and you and your pops get competitive,
Bro,
or what?
What is this?
You guys golf around the same scores or whatnot, or what? You and your pops?
Yeah, I think we do. I mean, we play different games, but. Yeah.
You get heated real quick. You never know.
He's all right for sure. Yeah, we just have completely different games. And I have been so inconsistent for the last year and a half because I've just been trying to tweak everything.
Work on your game.
I'm trying to figure shit out. And I haven't made a lot of progress as far as my score, but I know as far as just what I'm building, the building blocks of everything is
the body,
gonna
man,
be worth it. You know what I mean?
The body, you can wake up one day feeling great, the next day aching and pain, shoulder hurts. It's like you can sometimes get out there, everything is just flowing. Those are the days. You're on, you dialed in, and your body's feeling good. It's like, woo,
Dialed.
nice little White Claw out there.
There you go.
Tall counts out on the
transfusion.
Transfusion.
Just dialed.
I hope. I mean, my plan every week. My plan is to golf, but it's just a matter of doesn't make sense. Can I work it out? You know what I mean? But either way, I'm always golfing in my mind though. You know what I mean? I'm just always
Jedi over here.
I'm just always playing 18.
Brendan, always playing 18. Brendan's the kind of guy that you'll be hanging out with him and he won't say anything for 30 minutes, but then he'll just get up and just start practicing a swing in the middle of the living room. And he won't say anything either. He'll just start doing it. And then you're like,
yeah, dude.
Some people, I don't gotta explain to you. It's I had
yeah.
a mind. I gotta figure this out. I'm working.
Dude,
I saw a video.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
dude. I just I don't know. It's such a fun game. It's so infuriating. I'm so
Sherm doesn't get it. Us champions, me and you, us winners.
Competitive.
Yeah, I didn't grow up athletic. I'm competitive in other ways. I never grew up athletic, so I couldn't be competitive. What was what could I be competitive for?
Man.
Compete against yourself, man.
I don't know.
Who's got the reddest hair in school? Me.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. I'm a winner.
Wow.
But yeah, man, we got to get out there this week. We'll see what the weather's like.
Yeah, boys. All right, let's all try to make it a goal to get out there this week to swing some clubs, and then we'll reconvene.
Hovland, top 20, both of them. You could pretty much parlay them together.
Wow. He said Hovland, Cantlay, top 20. Put them together, lock.
Yeah, I'll double the shoey down next week. No,
he said he's doing 2 shoes next weekend.
I don't got that many shoes, man. You guys got that many shoes. You guys got to donate. Donate below.
Last thoughts.
Shoes. Yeah, who's your big pick, Sherman? I want to hear. I'll give you 2.
I already said it. Jason Day, Sam Burns. Those are my 2 big boys.
And who's yours now? Let's see. Who's your 2?
Brendan, to close us out.
Well, both of mine are, like I said, are quote unquote kind of sleepers, but I like Cam Young and Will Zally. I'm hoping though, I would love to see Zally win, but I'm hoping he reserves it sometime for the Masters, because like he's been so close so many times. I feel like he's got to win eventually.
Nah, Tiger's winning.
I'm not saying he's gonna win it this year. Yeah,
Tiger's winning. All right, I'll see you later. Tiger's winning.
Dude. Speaking of which, I was gonna say he's playing this week in a pro-am, so he's gearing up.
Hey, brother.
I'm hoping it's the Players next week.
Bring that Pepto-Bismol.
Oh.